Welcome, everyone. So, I'm reviewing Loki for Dice Throne Marvel. Loki is actually pretty OP. You'll notice that one of the weird things about him is he actually has four dice faces. He has two scepters, one and two illusions, three and four, one lies, which is the five, and one six, which is the mischief. He also has a really weird ability for defense called illusion, and he gets these three cards. And what happens is he'll spend his illusion token, and the opponent has to pick one card. Whatever happens on the card that's revealed is the effect. So, partial success, half the damage is prevented. On a success, you prevent everything. And then finally, on a fail, you get hit. Interesting side note, you can spend up to two tokens to actually increase your odds, and that's one of the reasons why he's kind of strong. So the way illusion works, you start with these three cards, and then you present them face down to your opponent. The attacker chooses any card, and then flip over and resolve. And this token cannot be transferred by any means. So your opponent's not going to get it if they try to do transference. Another really strong ability he has is called Bag of Tricks. It has a stack limit of 2. And then everything is good for Loki except for giving 4 CP to your opponent. During the upkeep phase, a player with this token resolves it and rolls 1 die. On a 1, they lose 1 CP. On a 2 to a 5, Loki, the player, chooses whether that player heals 2 health, gains 1 CP, or takes 2 unblockable damage. On a 6, they gain 2 CP. And the most powerful ability he has is Spellbound. When inflicted, you place a Spellbound token that covers the name of an opponent's offensive ability. It can't cover an ultimate. A player with this token may not activate the offensive ability that is covered by this token. A player who has one offensive ability uncovered cannot be afflicted with this token. Remove this token at the conclusion of the offensive roll phase. This token may not be transferred by any means. So again, another immune to transference. So one offensive ability means it's not going to work on the Dice Throne Adventures characters because they really only have that one and they just have a bunch of other perks. As far as upgrades go, Loki has one upgrade for each of his stats. So we'll start with Mockery level 2. Improvements, it deals 1 extra damage, and then on 3 of a kind, gain a bag of tricks. Now when it says gain a bag of tricks, Loki's going to gain that bag of tricks. Then we have Antics. Regular Antics is draw 1, gain an illusion token, and then again Loki gains a bag of tricks. Antics level 2, draw 1, gain illusion token, gain 2 bag of tricks. It also adds a 3 of a kind, draw 1, gain illusion, then distribute up to 3 bag of tricks any way desired. And that's what's really strong about Loki. Then we have Confuddle. So on 2 scepters and 2 helms, inflict Spellbound and then deal 7 damage. Confuddle level 2 is the same, except it's dealing 8 damage, and then you get Liar's Gifts. Distribute 3 bags of tricks any way desired. So it's really strong because you can dump bag of tricks on your opponents and yourself if you want those perks. Then we have Vilify. If any of your opponents have more health than you, gain an illusion token and then deal 7 damage. Now it does require 1 of each dice phase, but for some reason it's really easy to pull off. And then otherwise, deal 5 undefendable damage, and choose 2 players to gain a bag of tricks. So if it's a 2-player game, it's going to be you and your opponent. Upgraded. Inflict Spellbound now. If your opponent has more health than you, gain an illusion, deal 8 damage, and then otherwise, deal 6 undefendable damage and choose 2 players to gain a bag of tricks. Also, most of his abilities are actually kind of expensive. I forgot to say earlier that most of them cost 2 CP. We have Vex, Small Straight, gain a bag of tricks, deal 7 damage. Level 2 Vex, 2 CP, gain a bag of tricks, deal 9 damage. We have Double Take, which is 4 of the Loki symbol. Gain an illusion, inflict 2 spellbound, deal 7 undefendable damage. Upgraded, Double Take 2, 2 CP, gain an illusion token, inflict 3 spellbound, deal 8 undefendable damage. And then 3 of a kind, Made You Look, gain an illusion token, deal 3 undefendable damage. We have Kneel to Me, which is a large straight, deal 8 damage and then roll 3 dice. Add 1 damage per scepter rolled. On Helms, gain a bag of tricks. On that weird Loki orange symbol, draw a card. And on the Loki symbol, gain an illusion token. Upgraded Kneel to Me, 2 CP, deal 9 damage and then roll 4 dice. Add 1 damage per scepter. On a helm, gain a bag of tricks. On an orange symbol, draw 1 card. And on the Loki symbol, gain an illusion token. Then we have Bewilder, which is added. Inflict 2 spellbound and deal 3 undefendable damage. And then we have his defensive ability, Tip the Scales. Roll 1 die on defense. On a scepter, inflict spellbound. On a helm, gain a bag of tricks. On an orange, draw 1 card. And on a black, gain an illusion token. Upgraded Tip the Scales costs 3, but you get to roll 2 dice now. So your odds of doing 2 things are pretty good with the way his dice are set up. So it's the same effects, just double the chances. And last we have Glorious Purpose. So his ultimate, gain an illusion token, inflict 3 spellbounds, choose 4 players to give any bag of tricks, and then deal 10 ultimate damage. Now, the bag of tricks probability of rolling and allowing you to do that 2 undefendable damage consistently is pretty strong, especially if you can keep on dumping them on your opponent, and a lot of his abilities give that bag of tricks option. And they just stack, and they start hurting real fast. Next we'll get to his cards, and you'll see he has a lot of cards that help him. So here is 2 promo cards. We have Loki's Mythic ability. If you roll a 1 or a 3 on a bag of tricks, gain 1 CP instead. And then the flip ability is gain 2 illusions. So it's really more of a defensive play. And then once you flip it, it's inactive. And we have this promo card, Dash and Mischief. It costs 0 CP, roll 1 die. On a Loki symbol, gain an illusion, and then inflict 3 spellbound to a chosen opponent. Any other outcome, draw 1 card. So Loki has 2 custom main phase cards. We have How Lovely, costs 1 CP. Gain an illusion. If you spend an additional 2 CP, gain 2 illusions. Really strong ability. And then Look Into My Eyes, 1 CP. Inflict 3 spellbound for 1 CP. It's pretty strong. Not exactly sure why it's not focusing very well. And then we have 5 of the standard main phase cards that most of the characters get. So we have Transference, pay 2 CP, transfer 1 status token from a player to another chosen player. So you can swap bag of tricks if you want. Vegas Baby, 0 CP, roll 1 die, gain half CP value of the die face, round it up. Take Backsies, 2 CP. Choose a card that costs 2 or less from your discard pile, show it to your opponent, and then put it in your hand. Which gets really strong when you can return Look Into My Eyes. Get that out of here. 1 CP, remove a status token from the chosen player. And then we have what status effects? Remove all status tokens from chosen player for 2 CP. So with the Bag of Tricks, the flexibility, Loki's kind of expensive, but he can buy cards and play them extremely well with the Bag of Tricks. So Loki's 2 custom roll modifier cards are Liar Liar, 1 CP. Roll 4 dice. So do 1 damage for every scepter rolled. On an orange, inflict a Bag of Tricks. And on a Loki symbol, gain a Bag of Tricks. And then we have Pantaloons on Fire, 1 CP. Add 2 damage. If you already played Liar Liar card this turn, add 4 damage instead. Really cool combo. Kind of hard to pull off to get 2 cards, but they are pretty funny because it is Liar Liar Pants on Fire. Loki does have the 9 regular modifier cards that usually come with every character. So first we have Better D, cost 0. Chosen player may perform an additional roll attempt up to 5 dice during their defensive roll phase. Helping Hand, 1 CP, select one of your opponent's dice and force them to re-roll it. Samzy, 1 CP, change the value of your dice to be identical value of another one of your dice. Try Again for 1 CP. You or a chosen teammate may re-roll up to 2 dice. One more time, 1 CP. Chosen player may perform an additional roll attempt up to 5 dice during the offensive roll phase. Not this time for 1 CP. Chosen player prevents 6 incoming damage. Twice as Wild, 3 CP. Change the value of any 2 dice. 6 It, 1 CP. Change the value of one of your dice to a 6. And then So Wild, 2 CP. Change the value of any one of your dice. As far as instant actions go, Loki has 1 custom card, and it is Outwit, 0 CP. Chosen player must remove a Bag of Tricks and roll 1 die. On a 105, Loki chooses whether a player heals 3, gains 3 CP, or receives 3 undefendable damage. On a 6, they gain 4 CP. Basically, it just triggers a Bag of Tricks. Then the standard cards, we have Getting Paid, 0 CP, gain 2 CP. Bye-bye. 2 CP, remove a status token from a chosen player. Tip It for 1 CP, increase or decrease the value of any die. 1 cannot be decreased and a 6 cannot be increased. Double Up, 1 CP, draw 2 cards. And then we have Triple Up for 2 CP, draw 3 cards. So I said it earlier, what makes Loki so strong? Really, it's because you can't get rid of a lot of his tokens by transferring them, and he gets to hold on to his tokens. He has a lot of dice manipulation, and it's fairly easy to pull off his abilities consistently through Vilify, Antics, Confuddle, Vex. He just naturally rolls very well. He plays a lot like Black Widow in the rolls. And his manipulation allows him to get away with it. But the biggest power play of him is between Spellbound and Bag of Tricks. Bag of Tricks is his most consistent damage of just doing consistent ping damage. But you also get to pick. So a lot of the abilities give it to your opponent, and they give it to you. So you have a lot of flexibility of choosing when you want to heal and do damage or gain CP. It's actually really strong because it's such a versatile skill. As far as Spellbound goes, covering up a small straight, my opponents have told me there's no reason to even try for a large straight. And then when you have multiples, you can cover up anything that probably will be rolled. So he interrupts a lot of your opponent's options. And because of that, he's really strong in a 2-player game. In a 3-player game, he might not be as strong. In a 4-player game, he might not be as strong because he has to adjust his lockdown methods. But Loki is. I really enjoy playing Loki, but I also feel really bad for my opponents. His defensive ability is going to give you something no matter what. And then just having the option with the way his dice are, you're usually going to trigger 2 effects on the upgraded tip of the scales. So Loki all around is really good. It doesn't seem like he does a lot of damage, but when Bag of Tricks starts adding up over and over and over, he does a lot of damage. The ability to use illusion tokens up to 2 times in a defense. So if you happen to get, half success, take half damage, round it up, you can spend another illusion token to try again. And you can either block the whole thing, fail, or half that. So he's just a consistent character, and his consistency is really good. He's also my favorite color, and he does do mechanics I enjoy. It's just, he's kind of OP. In a lot of ways, he's kind of like playing the Mad King. And the Mad King is really broken in Dice Throne Adventures, especially when you start fighting him. So all in all, yes, I rate Loki as S tier awesome. And he's really fun to play. But he's also kind of a jerk. And I'm not sure if that mechanic was designed to fit the way the character is. Because this is pre non TBA Loki, where he's trying to be the anti-hero, redeem himself, and actually admit what he is. This is I'm a jerk Loki. And playing against especially new people, he's going to discourage a lot of people. So when I did the matchup of Loki versus Thor, Loki destroys Thor. The Loki turns off so many of Thor's critical abilities, and the fact that he has the defense to get away and the dice manipulation to get what he wants, Loki is very flexible. And he's not slow. So his upgrades, all 1 card, 2 CP, seems kind of high, but when Bag of Tricks is triggering and it's 2 to 5, you're going to get what you want out of it. It's pretty good. You really want to dump them on your opponent, but again, you're getting them also, and you get to choose. Do you want that 2 health? Do you want to do the damage? Do you want the CP? Loki is pretty strong. He's really good for a first-time player, and it's going to give him that sense of yeah, this guy's good. But he's also going to ruin, because I don't know any other character except for the bosses in Dice Throne Adventures that can compare to him. So Loki's pretty OP. I don't recommend playing against anyone new to the game or trying to get them to learn the game with Loki. Loki is more just a funsies to pull out or a challenge. So, play design, yeah, he's fun. But playing against him, super frustrating. And it just doesn't make you want to play the game. So, overall, I want to say that yes, this is S tier great character. And he is. Except he's also one of those things that kills a game for players. And because of that, I actually have to rate him around a D. Very few people are going to enjoy playing against Loki. Especially if you're really good at getting the cards you need and dice manipulation and timing effects. Loki's really strong, and because of that, he's going to turn a lot of people off. Well, that's my review of Loki for Marvel Dice Throne. Hope you guys watch my next video. Let me know who you want me to do, since I still have 6 characters left. Thanks for watching.